Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. Shreds the tackle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying All is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On play action. Love to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Off the play fake, Love. Out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Love. Man open left side is Brown. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing, Love. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Love. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Gibson is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. Oh, they'll run the option right. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. Open man is Gordon, complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On play action, it's Bridgewater.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
Not much there, only a yard.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That time he was looking for Jerry Judy.
And it's third down.
Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Love. And his throw here's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third down, Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Where's
Bridgewater. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be wild now. Don't be scared of it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm scared.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come in losers of two straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
From the 44, Love. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Love now to pass on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 17, Love. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Love. Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down. And Hopkins' kick is good.
And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. First down, Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Bridgewater to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. You remember me? You remember me?
To throw is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
52. Watch the slant. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
52. Mike 52. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Brings up 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Play fake. Here's Love. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, the 30, past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Gordon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Washington 6.
after the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Love. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Play action this time with Love. He gets it to Thomas. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Again, it's Love. His throw incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check that. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 52's the mark, boys. 52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This young man, Chase Young, has it all. Speed, power, and a full arsenal of moves to get to the quarterback. The Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2020, he had 7.5 sacks that season. They expect plenty more in the future.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Gordon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 59 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
From the 29, Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Washington on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing. Love. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 13. Check 13.
To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Give me that ball, TC. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Let's go, D. Check 3. Delta. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Double tight. 4 down. Check. Hatch it. 5 down.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only one score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Love looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Bridgewater to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Sutton. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is taken in at the 5. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Love. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. One last shot now for Love. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Now for the all-critical extra point. He's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good, and we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon pushing his way through and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. There he goes again. And finally marked down at the 23. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Go back and turn up. Get that ball. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. In your face. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bridgewater to Fant, first down Broncos. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Oh, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff for Gibson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Second and 10. What can Love do in the OT? That's out to the flat for Gibson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Gibson. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Love now. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Thomas has got it, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they have regained the lead. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not